Okay, so welcome back to PXR. Today we're racing a tier 2 at so we're all good for the moment. We've got two plans for the line next. Electric isn't go up. Renault or Canada. Finishing the time at the series on that's 143.5. We have a hash or a solid number. Go behind him and let's start the flying lap. So solid number across the one start is flying now. TDB Spenny has invalidated without count again. That would be good for his tyres. Jackie Hazard crossing the line. Now, look at Josh, the driver, the last driver to be on. No, he's not the last driver to be on an outlap. Alex F1 is the driver behind him. Let's go on board with. Actually, no, we'll go on board with his other frame because then he is. Tom Patterson goes fastest in the second sector, so it's looking pretty good for him. Let's see where he can place further around the bus stop, and he comes across the line to go. Sixth fastest, 142.9. Quite high up the grid. Alex F1 is line. He'll be starting flying lap now, and his teammate absorbing frame. Come across the line. 143.9. No, it is Hazard on it. And he was 8th fastest, 142.9. Nearly 143. Yeah. Thousandths. 10,000th. Of a 143. There you go, he's warming up his tyres. I think he's going in a cool down lap, although he might not be. We'll have to see when he gets to the end. That's Luke Josh starting his flying lap there, with Louis T right behind him starting his flying lap. We have a Red Bull out of the pits, that TTV Spenny. He's probably going on his last sort of runs of the day. He might get into if he has the chance. Hazard then? Oh no, Tom Patterson goes into the pits with Alex F1 crossing the line. Let's see where he puts racing points. He goes 10th fastest at 143.2. It's a fairly respectable time from him. Louis T, no absorbing frame then, is on a cool down lap, I'm assuming. No, he's into the pits. Oh, I think he might have run out of fuel there. Solid number. Is he on a flyer? Nope, he's into the pits. So he obviously wasn't setting a very good lap time, and he decided against it, keeping his tyres humbly possible. Same for Hazard, he goes into the pits also. So then Young and Lukele Josh. Lukele Josh is the next one across the line. Is he on a fly? He is on a flyer. Let's follow him then for this bit. Lovely through P1 there. That's not P1, is it? I think that is. I think P1's the downhill section. I don't know what that's the bus stop. I know that bus stop. It's the only sort of and obviously Radion and Eau Rouge is rather famous. So TDV Spenny crosses the line with Louis T closely behind him, probably also starting another flying lap because he's validated his lap time. Stamp Aussie, Stamp Aussie is the next one across the line in the Renault. See if he can get out of Q2 or get safe at least. With Alex F1 diving into the pit, so he probably won't get out in time for it. No, he will. No, of course he will. No, that's a good shot though. Stephen then starts a flying lap now. As a solo frame comes out of the pits to go on his final few runs of the session. So we have Stan Bubbles then, also on an out lap. He's on a flying lap now with Callum McKenna then. He's got on board with him for this lap here. Break around the 100-meter board there, yeah, looking pretty good. Cut it in tight. Could have cut it a little bit tighter than that, but it wasn't too bad. Losing some time. Getting out of the way of the Williams. Flat through Rallion and Eau Rouge. DRS open for the... I forget what the straight is called. Have to deal with traffic. Ooh. Dangerous. And he's invalidated his lap time, so he'll be backing off to try again. TDV Spenny then crosses the line, start another flying lap with Louis T heading into the pits. He will not be setting another lap time. He definitely won't be able to get out in time again. Luke Josh slowing right down to cool down his tyres. Same thing with Stamped Aussie. And has Tom Patterson as well, with Stephen right behind him, also on a flyer, so yeah, he got out of the way just in time. So Stephen crosses the line, goes fastest with a 142.0, that's very good from him, and Absorbing Frame starts his flying lap, or his second flying lap now. That's a very good lap time from Stephen. I'm sad I didn't go on board. So Tom Patterson starts his flying lap with, who's that? Stan Bowles. Stan Bowles crosses the line, goes 8th faster to 142.9. Is he going to go on another flyer? I think he is. And his teammate Hazard, the Alpha's teammate Hazard, he is also on the flyer with Lukele Josh. Lukele Josh went into the pits, so he won't be getting out again. Young is the one across the line next. Callum McKenna then crosses the line, start another flying lap, although that would be compromised. Ooh, Stan Bubbles is around at the top of Radion. I think he must have been. Has he lost some yeah, he's got damage on his front. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he's alright. He just lost a lot of time. So Aon makes having to deal with traffic up into Radion there. And Eau Rouge and then Radion really. With Louis T on an out lap, he gets out of the way. So TDV Spenny crosses the line, goes 3rd fastest with 142.6. That's a very good lap time from him. As Nojus crosses the line to start his flying lap now. I think Asterix just went into the pits there. I don't know. Stamped Aussie then, the next one across the line. Let's see where he can push his Renault. See if he gets out of Q1 and into Q2. Or will he be out in Q1? No, he looks like he's staying unless he's going. No, he's going again, so that obviously wasn't a very good lap time from him. Solid number of tyres from the session. and Stephen does as well. So with asterisks. So Tom Patterson goes second fastest with 1:42.5. Yeah, Alpha's having a brilliant day here. Yeah, there they are. Hazard goes second fastest with 1:42.2. Outqualifies his teammate by 0.3. And then Young then starting another flying lap, or as I think he's finishing now. And Callum McKenna does not, well, he moves up by 0.4, but stays out in Q2. Oh no, he's still in. As AOR Minx goes fastest in the final sector and goes 6th fastest overall. With the Ferrari of Louis T starting his flying lap of the day. He's cutting it fine, he hasn't set a lap time yet this far. Left Rat then also starting a flying lap with AOR Minx, TDF's lecturer finishing off for the day. So Luke, Josh, yeah, he's already finished. Let's go on board with Nut Juice is the next one across the line. Never mind, he is into the pits. That could put him at risk, but I don't think there's enough drivers on a flyer behind him to push him out of anything. TDV Spenny has retired. Let's go on board with a zooming frame then. He's slowing down quite early for this corner. He's off, must have backed off. Yeah, he's gone 0% ERS, so that could put him at risk as again. Young, I think that, yeah, Young's retired from the session. Might have put up with Louis T there. Callum McKenna is validated his lap time, so that definitely puts him at risk here. He might be out in Q1 if anybody behind him can find more pace in their lap time. He's safe from AOR Minx because he's already ahead of him, but Louis T is his biggest threat at the moment. That could push him out. I think actually no, I think he'll be alright because it's 16th down, isn't it? He gets pushed out. So Callum McCann doesn't improve on his lap time. Let's see what Louis T does. Ooh, running. Ooh, very lucky there. Didn't get any validated lap time. Louis T goes 13th fastest with 1:42.9. That puts him into Q2. As Callum McKenna, so I think he gets away with that. He just gets away with that. Hazard's in the pits. I think it's from Alex down the bottom 5. So I'd say Callum McKenna's just got away with that. It's very lucky of him. So let's see if Callum McKenna... Yeah, Callum McKenna just right getting into Q2 there. So that's good showing from him. So the people out in Q1 are Alex F1 in the BWT Racing Point, Stamped Aussie in the Renault, both of the AlphaTauris of Young and Lucale Josh. Young, not setting a time, nor did Cutler in the Williams. And he is out in Q2 or Q1. Sorry about that. I'm back now. So this is left frat. He's on a flyer with TDB Spenny on an outlet behind him. Who's the furthest ahead? Asterix goes on a flying lap there. Tom Patterson has invalidated his lap time and backed off to let his teammate. Was it his teammate? Or who was that? I think that was Solid Number. Solid Number's the furthest ahead then, because Nutjuice is on that lap ahead of him. So let's go on board with Solid Number for the rest of this lap. Very difficult to get past that section of the track. He's pretty good. And he sets the fastest line in this case. Of course, he's going to set a fastest second sector. So there's quite an even spread among the field of people going on softs and on mediums. So people going for strategy and or just trying to get out into Q3. So Solid Number comes around the final corner to set a benchmark time of 1:42.6 on the mediums. That is a very good lap time from him. His teammate left frat, can he beat it? He doesn't. He stays another full second, 1.2 seconds behind. That's a very, very, very good lap time, especially on the mediums from Solid Number there. So we're going to him. TDB Spenny then starts his flying lap as Canada heads into the pit to take off his softs on for mediums, I'm assuming. PXR Asterix might do the same, or he might set a lap time here. That could bode well for his strategy. He goes second fastest so far with a 1:42.7, which is a 10th off of first place. We'll see what strategy he starts to pull. PXR Hazard, the next one across the line. There he goes. Absorbing frame then on the mediums as well, starting his flying lap with Nutjuice behind him, but Nutjuice will be finishing his flying lap and setting a lap time. Let's see where you can put that. Mercedes, where he goes third fastest. 6/10 behind his teammate there, with 1:43.3. A little bit better, but not too bad. His teammate was on the soft, so it's understandable that he was a lot quicker. Stephen is on a flyer. So we have the two. Oh, they'll be heading into the pit surely. Yeah, well, Solid Number goes into the pits. Left, right, improve on his lap time. He does what he does by 2/10, but it doesn't move him up any places. With absorbing AOR makes starts his flying lap now. Jack H131 also on an out lap with TDB Spenny finishing his flying lap, starting another flying lap now because he invalidated his last one. There he goes. TDVS Electro, the driver behind him. I think his strategy is to get out as quick as possible because the weather needs a lot to be desired, to be fair. It might start to rain. We might have a wet Q3, which could shake up the top layer of the grid. Nutjuice there going into the Asterix F1. My apologies, going into the grid there. Going into the pits. Ugh. As Jacko starts his flying lap. Tom Patterson. No, Hazard, the next one across the line. Hazard goes third fastest with 1:42.8. That's a good lap time on the mediums. Absorbing frame then crosses the line. Goes fourth fastest with 1:43.1. Another good time on the mediums, especially. Stephen also on the mediums, rounding the bus stop. Final few corners there of the bus stop chicane. Goes fastest with 1:42.5. A 10th clear of second place. That's a very good lap time from him. Tom Patterson starts his flying lap behind him. That's a very good lap time. Stephen's looking incredibly strong around here. Let's go on board with AOR Minx for the final sector of his lap. Let's see what he can do. AOR Minx goes 7th fastest with 1:43.5, a good lap time from him. TDB Spenny then, the next one across the line. He'll be starting another flying lap because he's already invalidated this one. Never mind, he'll be heading into the pits. Well, left rat, TFS Electro then, the next one across the line to start. Well, no, to actually finish his flying lap. Let's see where he can put the McLaren of his. He goes 5th fastest to 143.0. Fairly respectable lap time from him. Jack H131 is on the softs. I don't know if he'll probably... No. He's gonna go for another flyer. He's definitely not going for strategy here. He's just trying to get out into Q3. Interesting tactics from him. Absorbing frame then letting drivers by getting in the way a little bit there of Hazard. Is Hazard going on another flyer? No, Hazard's into the pits. Cutting some grass there. I think that was Stephen went by. Yeah, Stephen went into the pits though, so there's nothing to worry about. Stan Bowles then behind him starting a flying lap as Tom Patterson goes into the pits. So absorbing frame then, I think he'll be starting his flying lap now. Or he might be going into the pits. Yeah, he's going into the pits. A1 Mix is also into the pits behind him. So we have TDB Spenny's on an out lap. Let's go on board with Jack H131 for the remaining few sectors of his lap time. All getting a little bit, well, using the rear end then. On that corner there. Fastest second sector, so he's looking pretty comfortable on these soft tyres now. See where you can put that Red Bull of his. So he crosses the line and goes 5th fastest to 143.0. That's a good lap time from him. TFS Electro behind him goes into the pits. He's going on board with Stan Bubbles for the remaining sector of his lap time. So he heads into the pits then. And he goes 5th fastest to 143.0. That's a good lap time from him. TDB Spenny then on and out lap behind him. I'll go with him for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now, and a lot has changed since I left. Everybody is now on soft bar solid number who's, well, retired from the session, so that could put him at risk, especially with the track ramping up, track evolution, and everybody being on softs. So Stephen, no, who was that? Louis T then going 7th fastest of the 143.0. Who's behind him? TDF has Electra, the next one behind him. Well, he'll be starting his flying lap. And now, absorbing frame just behind Hazard, I think. Hazard goes, no, Tom Patterson. And Tom Patterson goes fastest. Absorbing frame starts his flying lap now. Tom Patterson goes faster than 142.2. Solid numbers, definitely looking at risk here. Interesting plays. Nut Juice then, the next one across the line. To start his flying lap. There he goes. So that was TDV Spenny going 2nd fastest with a 142.4. Good lap time from him. Can his teammate? Oh no, never mind. His teammate starts his flying lap now. Stephen then. Starting a flying lap? Yep, Stephen starts a flying lap now. Callum McKenna goes 12th fastest and he is finished in Q2 with a 143.1. That is him out in Q2. AOR makes the driver behind him. TDV Spenny retires from session then. So he might be at risk there. A1 Mix goes 6th fastest at 142.7. Good lap time from him. Louis T then. Next one across the line. Louis T is into the pits and he's retired from the session as well as absorbing frame. So Nut Juice is the only one that can get himself out of Q2 now. Let's see where he can go. Let's see where he puts his Mercedes. And he puts it 3rd fastest with 142.2. A very, very good lap time from him. There you go. Look, solid number has moved down to 7th position. So just got lucky because I don't think anybody else behind him, bar Jack H131, is on a flyer, but that's not enough to put him out of Q2. Solid number, very lucky there with a strat. There you go, just Jack H131 just going ahead of him by a couple hundredths of a second there. Stephen has a final corner. Can he improve on his lap time? We'll see. Ferrari, I think he went 5th then. No, he stays 6th fastest. So your drivers out in Q2 are PXR Hazard, Stambo was Louis T, Absorbing Frame and Callum McKenna. Absorbing Frame set his lap time on the mediums, so did PXR Hazard, so they'll be starting on the mediums. Solid number also on the mediums, as well as Stephen. So Stephen didn't improve on his lap time at the end there. I think he might have backed off just to make sure that he stayed on the mediums. So that was a good strat for him. In fact, I think I remember seeing him backing off. So, yeah. Interesting strategies at play with only 2 drivers in the top 10 starting on the mediums. This could mix things up quite a fair amount. So we're now into Q3. This is where the top 10 drivers will be decided. And it can get quite stressful at this point of the qualifying. So we'll see how the drivers can deal with that pressure. Added pressure if not, on top of what they already had. And solid number. That looks already with Ferrari. Stephen behind him. The Mercedes and the McLaren. That's the other Mercedes as well. Going out into his final session of the day. It won't be his final lap though. I think he'll be able to get in. Drivers can get in 2 full flying laps. So we'll see what's at play here. So solid number letting by Tom Patterson there. So Tom, you might want to pick up the. I was going to say you might want to pick up the toe, but he's too far behind. He might get picked up. Crikey. He might pick up the toe from Stephen. Wow. Not anymore. Stephen's behind him. Both slowing down there. Trying to get a toe off one another. Tom Patterson has just gone filling up his tyres quite vigorously there. So it's Electro, the drivers. The McLaren, the sole McLaren that's out on the track currently with both Mercedes driving behind him and TV Spain as well. So Tom Patterson then rounds the bus stop chicane to start his flying lap. Now down to the source, braking at the 100 metre board, quite a tricky corner to get right here. Cutting it in tight there. So bring that out. Now through turn 2, which is a bit of nothing really. Then turn 3, 4, 5, which is Radion and Eau Rouge. Then Radion here. Then onto the Camel Straight with DRS open. Down to Les Combes. Very difficult set of corners to get right this as they're off camber and in some cases blind. He dealt with that very, very well there. Down through this long right-hander through no name. Looking very, very clean so far. Almost right through Pouon. Good corner through there down to Campus. Left, right, and then left again. Tricky to get right, but he's dealing with it very, very well here. Down to Stavelo. And Stavelo then we're on to coming up to Blanchimont here. It's a quick left-hander. See how he deals with it. Quick left-hander. Yeah. Nice through Blanchimont there. Now down to the bus stop chicane to finish off his flying lap. Looking like a very good lap time from him indeed. And he goes with a 1:42.9. That is a benchmark time for the rest of the field. That's a pretty quick time for him. Well, not specifically for him, but for every driver on the track. Let's see if Stephen can beat it. Looks like he might be able to. He does by a few tenths. And Solid Number beats him again by another few tenths. So Solid Number having a cracker of a lap, picking up a little bit of a toe from Stephen as well at the end there. As TFS Electrica third fastest with a 142.8, as Nutjuice goes third fastest, well pushes TTFS Electric down fourth, and Nutjuice gets a 142.5 with the fastest final sector as well. So good lap from him. TDV Spenny then, where can he put that Red Bull? He might have backed off. Yeah, he's going to go for another flying lap now. He might have backed off in the later sections of the lap. Asterix also backing off. With left rat then through the bus stop chicane onto the straight. Goes sixth fastest to 143.1. I dare say he might be going again, or he might be on to a cool down lap now. So they're Jack H131 and AOR Mix on an out lap so far, with everybody else probably on a cool down lap. I don't think they'd go consecutively one after the other with their flying laps. It's not a good idea, although it looks like TDV Spenny is doing so. Although TDV Spenny, yeah, some of them did invalidate their lap time beforehand, so can't really blame them. Steven, yeah, he's on a cool down lap, definitely. Solid number 3 as well. Yeah, definitely. Let's see if Steven will go again. Nope, Steven dives into the pits. Will solid number go into the pits? Yeah, he's going to change his tyres onto some fresher ones. Not juiced then. Also on a cool down lap, he might want to get another one in here, but that could compromise his final sort of session of the day, as he won't be on new tyres. He chooses against it, he goes into the pits. Will TDFS, yeah, TDFS Electric will do the same. So, TDV Spenny, there's a bit of a contact there maybe. I missed that. Does Asterix have damage? Doesn't seem to be. I wonder what happened there. So, AO Mix goes through there. Asterix and TDV Spenny are both very, very slow on the track there. Okay, anyway. So, AO Mix rounds the final few corners of the bus stop chicane to start his flying lap. Jack H131 already on a flyer. Gone board with him for this lap. He seems to have backed off. So maybe he hasn't invalidated his lap time. Maybe it just wasn't up to his standards, kind of thing. AOR Mix it is then. So through the source, into turn 2, just a little bit of right-handed, not much. Through a Rouge, Radion at the top of the hill. Nice through there, opening DRS onto the Camel straight. It's an uphill straight here, so they have the added benefit of having to brake late into Le Com. And he gets a first sector. Very good from him. Tricky section of corners here again. Very, very clean through there is AOR Mix. Now through his long right-hander here. Very, very good through No Name there. Almost flat through Puon. Just downshifted 1 for AOR Mix. It's very, very good for him. Looking clean for this left-right. Yeah, down at Stavalo. Fastest second sector. Very good from him. Onto this back straight here, which will lead him onto Blanchimont, which is a very quick flick left on the steering wheel. There it is. Completely flat, and then into the bus stop chicane now. Around it, ooh, cutting a little bit there. That'll gain him some time, but it might lose him because it was quite bumpy. Let's see where he can go. He goes 4th fastest, the 142.5. That's a very good lap time from him. JK131 then will be starting his flying lap because he didn't have flying lap. He backed off of it. Up through Radion. DRS open. Onto the Camel straight. As again I said, they have the added benefit of being uphill, so they can brake very, very late into the comms here. Here, it's all looking pretty clean from Jack H131. Into this turn 10. It's almost a hairpin really, it's not that tight though. Then through No Name, which is turn 11. Looking pretty clean so far. Just one downshift through Puon. Oh, looking very clean from him there. This sort of tricky long corners, losing the rear end a little bit there. A little bit of oversteer. That's not going to help his lap time. It's not the fastest second sector, so it definitely didn't. Now onto this back straight here, barreling down to Blanchimont. Just quick flick left on the steering wheel. Very easily flatten these very quick time, very quick cars. Through the bus stop chicane and into the final straight. puts that Red Bull. He goes 5th fastest to 1:42.7. That's a good lap time from him. AOL Minx goes faster, goes up to 3rd place with 1:42.4 as Tom Patterson starts his flying lap now. Let's go on board with Tom Patterson. He's a very, very quick driver. Actually, no, I'm on board with Stephen. He's an even quicker driver. Let's go on board with Stephen for this lap. Going the corner out, just try and get a little bit of added extra time into the source now. Running it right out wide there. Might lose him a little bit of time, but might also gain him some time. Solid number doing the same. Radion onto the camera straight. Same with the solid number. Solid number might be picking up a little bit of a toe. Nah, it seems to be too far back so far. Into the com now. There they go. TWS Electro starts another flying lap now, as Nutjuice will start his first flying lap now. Left rat on a flyer. Let's watch his on board. That's just getting out of the way there. Track H131. So let's see where left rat can put his ass. And he goes 5th fastest at the 1:42.7. And well, Asterix is out in Q3 part rather, so he is in 10th position. He won't get another lap time in. Bit of a shame from him, really. TW Spenny won't get another lap time in either. Who is that crossing the line? Ooh, Nutjuice goes fastest in the first sector. I think that was Stephen. Or was it AOL Minx? I think that was AOL Minx. Or Tom Patterson. Well, AOL Minx is Tom Patterson's 4th. Let's see where Stephen can put this Ferrari. Can he beat solid numbers time with a 1:42.1? He can. He goes with a 1:41.8. A very good lap time from him. Solid number getting a little bit wide out of the bus stop chicane. That will cost him some time, and he's down 6 seconds. So he might have had a bit of a bad lap there. Left that's retired from the session. I missed that. Where did he retire from the session? And TDB Spenny has as well. So this is the only. Actually, Nutjuice is on a very good lap time so far. I saw him set a fast first sector, but TDFS literally goes 2nd fastest at the 1:42.0. A good lap time from him. Let's see where Nutjuice can go. I think he moved up a few positions there. I think that's 4th, and he goes 4th for Nutjuice, which puts I think that solid number down in 5th. Or he might be solid number stays 3rd. So your top 10 are Stephen in 1st place with a 1:41.8. That's a very, very quick lap time from him. Then TDFS Electro, solid number, Nutjuice, AOR Minx, Tom Patterson, Left Rat, Jack H131, TDB Spenny, and Asterix, who didn't really get round to setting a proper lap time then. Bit of a shame for him. Well, it looks like TDB Spenny had the same problem. But from 1st to 8th position, they're all within 8/10 of each other, so it was a very tight Q3 there. Very, very, very tense as well. The strategy began to play. So let's see what people can do. They can keep it clean in the race. I wish them all luck. Oh, no, wrong track. Okay, so This is your outlap. Outlap? Let's go with formation map, that's the one. Lost my words then. Let's go with position changes. Who's still off the grid? Cutler. He's not moving at all. I think Cutler might be AFK for this session. Because he didn't set a lap time. Yeah, Cutler was disqualified in the session, so he'll stay there until somebody brings it back round. I should just go for tyres. Let's have a look at tyres. Well, there you go. Stephen and Solid Number both on the medium, so they'll definitely have strategy to play with them in their hand. But TTFS Electro and Nutjuice will want to get by as well as a few cars down the field, really. They'll want to get by as they'll be quicker on the softs, although the softs will die a lot faster. The only other people on the mediums are Young, who's in 19th position, and Stan Dozzy, who's in 17th position. It looks like the strategy for most people is going to be soft to hard. Well, if this track will allow a one stop. If not, it'll probably be soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, hard. Let's talk about some guesses going from this session. We might have tapped into someone there. So Stephen then got a bit of pressure from behind of Electro and Solid Number. Both pretty quick drivers there. It's going to be quite an interesting opening few laps here. I don't doubt there'll be a lot of moving about, a lot of shuffling and hustling and bustling, but we will see. Stephen will want to back up the grid here. Vigorously warming up his rear tyres there, Stephen is. Oh, and he's lost it. I think he might have had damage. I think he got away without damage from that one. So you've got to vigorously warm up your rear tyres, but not to that extent. Okay, so AI would take over around about now. Actually, don't really know. Yeah, AOI takes over now. Around about here. Okay, well, he backed up the grid there, got a bit of a lucky start as his tyres won't die or cool down a little bit too much. So I'd like to see the flag, see the lights rather. Okay, so that's a rubbish cameras for those. So we'll go on board with TTFS Electro. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a long session of lights there. But we start. Stephen moves over to the left there. As TTFS Electro gets a very good start. Will he go around the outside into turn 1? Stephen has the inside. Stephen got away very well. So did TTFS Electro, with Nutjuice moving up a few places past AOR Minx. Jacket 131. Solid Numbers down quite a few positions there. Although Jackish 131 has the run on AOR Minx through the Camel Straight, TTFS Electro has the run on Stephen. Will he try anything into Lacombe? Just goes around the outside. Stephen's going to lose out places. Ooh, that could have been a lot worse. He got spun round there by Nutjuice. I think that's Nutjuice's fault. Shouldn't have gone up the inside there, so I don't really know. I can't comment on it so far. Nut Juice up into P2 with TTFS Electro into P1. AOR Mix then behind him. Ooh, there seems to be a little bit of scuffling behind him. He's going too wide into P1 there. Everybody running wide. Nobody's died at P1. It's looking great. There's your pit stop strategy. So it's soft to straight hard, or soft to medium. I think the strategy would be to soft to medium. Soft to hard, sorry. TDFS Electro getting a very good lead on Nut Juice in P2 over 1.4 seconds in the first lap. And well, the same can be said for Nut Juice on AOR Minx, who has a 0.8 of a second lead. Luckily no DRS just yet, so they haven't got to worry about that. Solid number wanting to try out the inside of Jack H131, tapping his rear wheel there. He's just going to have to back off. That won't put him under pressure from behind. He's alright. TDFS Electro goes fastest as Alex F1 is into the pits to change his tyres. So is, well, Stamped Aussie and Young are both right at the back of the field there. Louis T and Absorbing Frame. Louis T going very wide there. Out. Almost too wide into Eau Rouge there. That probably wouldn't have been a very good idea. Ooh! What was that? That was Louis T. Oh my. I just saw that for a split second. I think Louis T lost it through where's the car? I think he lost it through Radeon and just went straight into the wall, but that's no safety car for that. Lukele Josh looking up the inside of Stamped Aussie. Getting like a squeezing him into No Name, and Stamped Aussie is around. Dare say that's Lukele Josh's fault. He did go quite tight into the corner there. As well, Absorbing Frame gets past him there, pushing him right out wide through P1. Okay, so the top sort of people holding positions of Tom Patterson is falling down the order. Coming after contention with TDV Spenny here. He's just ghosting through him, so don't worry about any contact there. Nut Juice is still miles away from TDFS Electro. 2 seconds behind AOR Mixes from Nut Juice. Stephen and Solid Number, two medium starters, are in 4th and 5th, but strategy will definitely help them there. All clean through the bus stop chicane there. Nobody's going to try anything into the source. Although, never mind. Let's talk of the devil. Callum McKenna wanted to look up the inside of Tom Patterson there. He backed out of it just at the last few seconds. There is Lukele Josh into the pits to change off of his soft tyres. Onto mediums, I'm assuming. No, he's going onto the hard, so he's going for a strat left rat, then getting past Stephen then. And he just luckily, no contact there into Lacombe. Very clean for the two of them. Absorbing Frame has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That won't help his strategy. Alex F1 has retired through the session. I think he's had the same problem through Eau Rouge and Radeon. Yeah, look at that. There it is. Virtual safety car, so Lukele Josh going to slow down a little bit there. This will bunch up the pack a bit. Nut Juice is right on the tail. Almost in the gearbox of TTFS Electro there. So he'll be wanting to get a good restart after this virtual safety car. So we'll have a little look. So we'll go on board with him for this restart. Mix getting quite close to the back of him as well. And we're green, we're racing. So it's quite... Although Stevens got past left rat on the restart, that was very good for him. I think Hazard got past Solid Number as well. And Tom Patterson and TDV Spenny are contesting, with Asterix getting involved as well. Asterix keeps his position. Jack H121. Now he's going to try around the outside of La Source. Ooh, Tom Patterson trying it up the inside, and he gets past TDV Spenny, although TDV Spenny has a better run out of La Source. Side by side with Asterix and Jack H131 through Radion. They back off, or Jack H131 backs off, and he gets the run onto the Camel Straight. As Asterix F1 loses 2 positions, might lose 3. He does, he loses 3 positions into Lecom, although Tom Patterson goes a little bit wide there, losing out to Stan Bubbles in the process. He has Callum McKenna for contention behind him. Callum McKenna might try it up the inside. He will. He's going to go for it. Now it's through No Name. Will he keep that position? He's side by side. He's very, very clean for the 2 of these here. Into Puon. Still side by side is... Ooh, and Callum McKenna, you saw it coming, is around. That's damage for a absorbing frame as well. Dare say, well, that's a safety car at the same time. I don't know whose fault that was. I think that was more of a racing incident from the both of them. I think Tom Patterson might have had a bit of understeer and just sort of gone into the back of Callum McKenna there. I don't want to blame anybody for that. I think that was just the way the races go. So this will change up the strategy. This will help out everybody who's on the softs, but not really help out the people who are on the mediums. I don't know how long the mediums are going to last. Yep, a lot of people into the pits. AOL Mix stays out. That's an interesting strat from him. Solid numbers. Staying out. And Steven, the medium starter, is into the pits. That's going to lose him a lot of positions, and he goes straight onto the hards. The strat for him hasn't worked, and he gets held by... Oh, he gets held even longer. So many drivers into the pits there. It's such a shame for him. So he's down, wow, into 6th, 7th position. Bit of a shame for him. AOL Mix, I think that was a bad move from him, staying out, because now he's going to lose a lot of time behind the safety car while everybody catches up behind him. Solid number stays on the mediums. I don't know how long those mediums are going to last for. That's going to be a very, very interesting strat. Let's wonder when he goes into the pits. He's not the only one. As Stamped Aussie stays out. He's up to 10th position there. Look at Josh going into the pits to change on to the softs. Oh, he had damage as well. And he's got a penalty. So he's replacing his front wing and he's putting on the softs. Very interesting strat from Luke Josh there. I wonder what he's hoping on happening there. Because I think he wants to get just a really good run out on the safety car restart and just make up as many positions as possible as he can. Then he's going to have to pit, and everybody else isn't going to have to pit because they're all already on the hards. They've already completed their pit stop strategy. I don't really know what sort of strategy Luke Josh is going for here. AOL Mix, though, in first position, he'll be losing that position pretty quickly, I'm fairly sure of it. These are the tyres he started on, so they're probably quite dead around about now. There we go. AOL Mix now goes into the pits to change off of his softs. That's gonna lose him a heap of places. The pit stop strategy is open for the mediums. Not 6 to 8. Oh yeah. Who else is into the pits? Sam Bosey. He's changing off of his medium tyres onto the hards. Same thing with AOL Mix. So solid number now. I don't think the strat has worked for him. He'll have a better run off of the safety car restart. think solid numbers hoping for safety car to be in this lap to get a sort of a bit of a run. Doesn't want to waste and burn off his tyres behind the safety car for much longer now. Don't really know what strategy solid numbers going to go for. Safety car is in this lap though, so he's going to have to back up the field here. Just waiting for him to go. He might go through Blanchimont here. Or he might draw it all the way out to the bus stop chicane. Really back in the field up here, so a stamped Aussie gets a 3-second time, well 5-second time penalty for collision with AOR Minx. Interesting, very interesting. And he's gone, so he's gone through the bus stop chicane. Trying to get a better run out onto the start finish straight. Looking fairly clean from everybody behind him. There's not a lot of jostling and moving about. Yep, everybody's held everybody's held position in the opening few laps after the safety car. That's very interesting. Nobody getting... Yeah, nothing's happening. Huh. Very strange. Solid numbers got a very good run after the safety car. But wow, he's got 1.3 second gap to second place at TPFS Electro. Though I don't really know what the strat is for him. I think he's hoping that everybody's going to have to go onto the softs afterwards. In fact, I think that's what Luca Le Josh is going to do now. Absorbing frame then, and Young battling into the com. Absorbing frame losing out a position to Young there and getting compromised through the next few corners. Strat for Luca Le Josh is very interesting as well as for solid number. Flat through pool on there. And it's a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That is not going to help his charge. As well as Callum McKenna. So Callum McKenna's, I think it's just running a little bit wide maybe. The one that's gained you that penalty. Everybody's really close to each other. Nobody's moving about. This is very clean racing from everybody. Tom Patterson using all of his ERS, just trying to get past Callum McKenna ahead of him. Is Callum McKenna going to defend into the bus stop chicane? Tom Patterson looks up the inside, thinks the better of it, although Callum McKenna left the door wide open. Callum McKenna keeps the inside line there, so he'll stay in intended position. They're fighting for this finals point. Tom Patterson then tries up the inside. Callum McKenna left the door wide open there. Never mind, he has a much better run out of La Source into turn 2, up to Radion. Tom Patterson backs off a little bit, doesn't want to go too wide. Now he puts on his ERS onto the camel straight. DRS open. Oh no, DRS isn't activated for 2 laps afterwards. Nice clean move from Tom Patterson there. And they're kind of losing that 1 point. So much. He's too far behind to battle anything from Tom Patterson. A very clean move from Tom Patterson as Luca Le Josh gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Might have been running wide a little bit there. Solid number has a 3.6 second gap to TTFS Electro. He is running away with this. He's really hoping the strat's going to work for him. It's just the hards and not playing anybody's game so far. Luca Le Josh has left the session. He loses position to Stan Bozzi behind him. It's a 4-second gap to second place now for Stan. Solid number, there he is. And there's the rest of the field. Everybody within. Everybody's so close to each other. Down through Blanchimont. Up to the bus stop chicane. Nobody's really going to try anything. They all file through the bus stop chicanes. Yellow flag in sector 3. Who's that? That's Asterix F1. He's got spun around. Has he got damage? He does. That's... Oh, I wonder what's... And he's going to be going into the pits to change off of his hards. I wonder what tyre he'll be going on. I'm assuming it's just... He's going to go on the mediums, so that's a very, very late call for the Mercedes there. I don't know if the mediums are going to last. It's 13 laps, so they could. Some of them has made them last 8, but they seem to be, well, they seem to be working all right for him. It's a shame for Asterix. It's an interesting line there, solid number. You might be using the iRacing strat of cooling down your wheels on the grass. Yeah, look at that. The mediums are just completely gone. The rear end is all over the place for solid number there. Stan Bubbles gets a 3-second time penalty. Warnings. After this twisty section here, solid number dealing with it very well. Yellow flag in sector 2. Who's that round? That's Absorbing Frame. He got spun round into... I think he might have lost the rear end into Puon, where he has damage on the front left of his car, so he might have collided with someone. You never know. Solid number. Still have a 4.47 gap to second place. Don't know what the strategy is, because the hard probably going to last until the end of this race, so solid number's just hoping to get as much of a gap as he can. As Left Frat and Steven there, and the Jack H131 and Stan Bubbles, I think it was. Absorbing Frame has retired from the session, so he's, well, he can't be bothered. He's raced for nothing at this point. Well, it hasn't gone well for him, and it's a safety car due to the fact that he is stopped there. That will benefit solid number massively. That's if anybody else pits off of the hards to go onto maybe the mediums or a different tyre. I don't think the softs are going to go quite that long, which is 12 to 11 laps, because you'll spend a few laps behind the safety car, which won't get your tyres, or degrade your tyres too much. Interesting strategies at play here. Solid number benefiting from this safety car a lot. If it was a virtual safety car, he wouldn't have benefited just quite now. He wouldn't have benefited at all, because it would have been over by the time he reaches the pits. But he's got lucky here with this one. So we'll see what tyre and what strategy he chooses here. F1 has left the session. He was retired from it anyway, so it's understandable. Big lock off from solid number there. Oh, we thought against going into the pits there. Let's see what TDFS Electra does. TDFS Electra is into the pits, so will this be the call for everybody else to dive into the pits? Hazard and a lot of other drivers stay out. Will that put them at risk? Where's solid number? What is he going to do? He's going on the soft. That's 10 laps on the soft, so I don't know if there's going to do them. That's very interesting strategies at play here. What does AOR Minx go on to? TDFS Electra goes on to the mediums, as well as, well, a lot of other drivers really. They all had mediums to play with. I don't think solid number had the mediums to play around with there. Solid number's going to get a brilliant start off the safety car as he's on fresh softs and everybody else is on degraded, sort of halfway degraded mediums, or hards rather. Everybody else behind him is on mediums, so he's not going to have a lot of contention from behind him, and he's just going to be flying up the order ahead of him. So this strat could work. but he's going to have to tyre save like crazy in the remaining few laps. Will that put him at risk from the drivers behind him? We'll have to find out. This is a very interesting race, especially with strategy. Young has pitted for new softs as well, so he's not the only one on the softs. Stamped Aussie stayed on the mediums. I think Asterix pitted a lap beforehand, so look at Josh then. Also pitting for the mediums then. But he's in last position, so it doesn't really matter a huge amount. Will the safety car be in that, I wonder? Doesn't look like it will be. I think it's going to be another lap around. I think the grid's all here, so we'll see. PXR Hazard is in first position for the moment. Let's see where's everybody's up. Oh yeah, Solid Numbers also got that 3-second turn penalty to contest with, so TDV Spenny, Steven and Haz are going to be problems with that, as everybody else has another 3 seconds or more of time penalties. So very interesting strategies at play here. PXR Hazard is up 10 positions here on a fairly decent tyre, it has to be said. Stamped Aussie goes into the pit. He's off his mediums. Actually, let's see what he goes on to. Goes on to another set of mediums, so maybe these mediums were completely worn out. Steven's down 1 position, so Steven's going well out of the safety car restart. Jack H131 is up 5, Stambo is up 8, Tom Patterson 1, GDV Spenny is up 3, AMR Minx, Solid Numbers down 5, Electro's down 7, so it's not gone well for him. Nut Juice is down 6, Left Rat's down 4, Young's up 6, with kind of being up 3, Asterix down 4, Luca De Josh is up 3, and Samples is up 1. So Solid Number started. Already started to do some maths here. Started 3rd behind Steven. Oh no, he did. Yes, he did. He was let's see if Electro's third. I wonder if it's in there. Let's have a look at the race director. See if it says. There you go. So Solid Number started 3rd. That's good for him. Steven started 1st. Yeah, I realised. Who started 2nd? Oh, it was Electro. So Electro is just behind Solid Number on the new mediums. Electro is going to want to try and contest with Solid Number here. So look at incidents. Yeah, a lot of warnings over exceeding track limits there. That's a fair amount. And pit stops. Yeah, it's a lot of well, the bottom. There's a 4-stop, 3-stop strategy there. Crikey. Okay, so safety car is in this lap. Let's get ready to rumble. Watch him when he's going to bolt. Solid Number is going to be the one to watch on this safety car restart. As a weaving, just trying to warm up his tyres here. Backing the grid up quite a fair amount. And he's gone. Oh no, he hasn't. A bit of a rubbish start there. Oh no, now he's gone. So we're racing. And instantly Solid Numbers trying around the outside of A1 Mix there into the source. Is he going to get the position done? He does. He's passed AOL Minx up into 7th position. He'll now be looking at TDV Spenny, trying to gain some time on him. He's already got a better run out of the source into Eau Rouge and Radion. Now he's going to duck into the slipstream onto the Camel Straight. He's going to have the grip through the Lacombe, but he might get there. He might get past him beforehand. There he goes into 6th position. Solid numbers on a flyer. Look at him go. So he's now looking at Tom Patterson, the next driver ahead of him. Again, got a so much better run on him. As he looks up the front right there. Around this hairpin into No Name. Now down to Puon behind it. Look at the run he's got. He's just right on the back end of Tom Patterson here. He'll have the grip through Puon as well. Is he going to try anything into the next session of corners? He might try something up the inside here. He backs off in the just thinking against it there. Although Tom Patterson has a bit of a moment out there. And Solid Numbers right up the inside. Look at that. Tom Patterson's out of the ERS as well. Well, Solid Numbers using as much of it as he can. Solid Numbers now out of the ERS. Stambo was this as well, so they're all pushing a lot. TDV Spenny might try something into bus stop chicane on Tom Patterson. Ooh, Tom Patterson goes up the inside of Solid Number, gets spun around. I dare say that was solid. That was TDV Tom Patterson's fault there. I don't think Solid Numbers to fault because well he did dive up the inside from right back. Although speaking of diving up the inside, there he goes on Stan Bubbles. He's passed him before Radion and Eau Rouge. Stan Bubbles going to want that position back. Will he have the grip to do it though? He has the ERS. Solid Numbers using his ERS just to stay away. Yeah. Sambo was not using his ERS. Solid Number goes defensive into Lacombe there. As TDVS, there's a three-way battle here between Nut Juice, TDVS Electra and TDV Spenny. Now AOL Mix getting involved. Solid Number locking up that front right. It's a very tricky corner to get right there. He's on the back of Jack H121. Stan Bubbles is a bit too far behind to contest anything. Ooh, losing the rear end there. Into Puon. Stan Bubbles is too far behind to try anything. Very interesting to see what the strat is. I don't know if he's going to have the tyre grip to go all the way. But he's moved up, what, from 8th position it was to 4th, so he's done very, very well so far. Is he going to try anything on Jack H121 though? We'll find out. Let's have a look at it. Yellow flag set to 3, who's that? That's a bit of Josh. Yeah, look at that. 3 laps on these soft tyres. Ooh, he had a look up the inside there. He wanted to make a move, but he was way too far back to try anything. I think DRS is now activated. I didn't see a thing of it. I think it might have. We'll see. No, it doesn't look like it is. I think it's next lap. Nope, there it is. It has DRS activated, so he's using his last bit of DRS. Jack H121 not using his DRS, so Solid Number will definitely have a better run. Is he going to go side by side into Lacombe? Is he going to go up the inside? He backs off just in the last sector. Oh! Oh, and he gets tapped by Jack H131. Stan Bowles and TDVS Electro, Nut Juice, TDV Spenny all get past him as well. With AOL Mix and Left Rat. His teammate Left Rat. Oh, it's such a shame for him. I don't know if that's Jack H131's fault or he might have just, Solid Number might have just put his car just a little bit too far up the inside and lost it. Yeah, he's going to be driving like a man possessed now just to try and make up those last positions. Yeah, he's really pushing those soft tyres. Such a shame for him. He was doing so well and now he's back where he started. Although Steven's out. Steven's out. Where is he? He's on the inside there. What happened there? That's a safety car. Wow, I missed that. Okay. Oh, Ooh, that shakes up the strategy. What to do? What to do? Will the top 3 pit for new tyres? It might look like they. No, they won't. Jack H131 will though. Will Stan Bubbles? Stan Bubbles will. So PXR has us staying out, as well as TDFS Electro, and well, a lot of drivers. Will Solid Number pit? Solid Number does not pit, so he's hoping to get the run on the people ahead of him. This will, well, I say this will save his soft tyres. It will benefit them, sort of. He's gained positions off that, but he'll have drivers behind him on the soft tyres to contest with. A lot of people don't have soft tyres, they go on the mediums. Asterix goes under the soft, same as Stamped Aussie. We're quite far down with Track A21 on the softs in 9th position, so he'll be one to watch on the safety car restart. Stambo went on to the mediums, he obviously didn't have any softs left over, same with AOR Minx. Ooh, there's strategy to play with here. So I'm just getting word that Stephen retired by getting tapped out by someone, so but someone might have gone up the inside as well. I'm assuming it's Hazard. I know he said he spun, so he might have just got a little bit of oversteer out of that corner there, which just put him straight out. That's a shame for him, really. So safety car is in this lap. So we'll see what people can do on the safety car restart. See what solid number he'll still be the one to watch, especially Jack H121 down in 9th position. Okay, so Haz is backing up the field here. Getting a gap with the safety car ahead of him. Is he going to go through the bus stop chicane? I think he might. Yep, he's gone through the bus stop chicane. Hazard. From Nut Juice, then Spenny having a little bit of contention from Solid Number. Is Solid Number going to try anything into the first corner? The source he is. He's going to go up the inside of his TDV Spenny, locks up there. Very good move from Solid Number there. Anybody else trying anything? Well, Tom Patterson's down a few positions. Jack H131 moves up. That's Stambows and Luke. Josh getting side by side. Ooh, Stambows getting a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. He cut the corner a little bit there. As Luke Josh gave him the squeeze. I don't really know whose fault that was. Luke Josh did squeeze him quite a fair amount. So I'm mixed side by side with Josh as Callum McKenna gets passed by Young. So Solid Number. Let's watch him. Luke Josh gets a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings there. So Solid Number will be looking at TDV Spenny. Not Juice, my apologies, the driver ahead of him. No, I don't know how well these softs are going to last. Young is up into 6th position. He's done very well. The safety car restart. TDV Spenny is down so many positions. He's in 5th now, so his tyres are not doing him well. Asterix is spun out. McKenna gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Haz is gone. Not Juice then. TDF has TDFS Electro for contention. Solid Number gone. ERS is completely gone. TDF Spenny saving his ERS to try and give him a little bit of time. TDFS Electro is going to try up the inside of Nut Juice. Nut Juice has the run on him into the source. Is he going to try anything? He's going to get the switchback. He's going to try the switchback, but Nut Juice just has that bit of an extra run. There's Electro using his ERS now. Nut Juice still using his ERS. Asterix F1 is retired from the session as well. Ooh, getting a little bit screwy up into Radion. He's got the run on him through Lacombe. No, Camel Straight, my apologies. Up to Lacombe. Solid Number gaining off of these two, battling a little bit. He gets the fastest first sector. Is he going to gain 2 positions, I wonder? Is he going to gain 2 positions, I wonder? He's going to try it up the inside, 3 wide into the sort of hairpin here. He gains 1 position off TFS Electro. Will he gain another off of Nut Juice? So TDFS Electro lost out there. He now has contention behind from TDV Spenny, although I don't think TDV Spenny has the tyre grip nor ERS to deal with him. The number of getting quite close to Nut Juice. I think Solid Number needs to he needs to save his ERS for the moment. He's using very... Ooh, who was that? That was Callum McKenna. Ooh, and Tom Patterson's round. Tom Patterson. Callum McKenna gets a severe time... a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Tom Patterson. I just caught that. I wonder... Ah, what a shame. Tom Patterson, he was having a very good run. Is that a safety car? I wonder if that'll be a safety car. It's yellow flag so far. DRS is enabled though, so it's not a safety car. So, Solid Number within that magical 1 second of Nut Juice to gain DRS. Is he going to just... Yep, no, Nut Juice, he is within that second, so he'll gain a DRS, but TDFS Electro won't have it because he was just out of a second there for a fraction. So he won't get DRS onto the Camel Straight. Nut Juice doesn't have it either, so Solid Number gaining quite a lot there. Callum McKenna getting past Left Rat there. Or Left Rat getting past Callum McKenna then. So not a lot going on really. Is that TDFS Electro with damage? It is. He has damage. I wonder what's happened there. That's not going to help him at all. TDV Spenny then, the driver behind him. Ooh, Stanbovers and Jack H121. Oh no, Stanbovers just went a little bit inside. TDV Spenny having to back off there. Ooh, as Jack H131's at the inside of Young there. That was a fairly clean move of his. Young's not going to want to lose that position. And I saw that clear as day. TDFS Electro moved across and tapped the front wheel of TDV Spenny there and spun him round. That's not on really. So TDV Spenny is down into 11th place. Such a shame for him. He had damage and he was on the definitely not the preferred strat. Hazard though is having a flyer. He has 2 laps left. And he sets a quickest lap on the hards. What a boy. Go on, son. He's done very well for himself. Solid number of nut juice. The only ones really battling for any sort of points here. Young's wanting to go on TDFS Electro, although Electro's going to try and contest it. I think that was... Electro's not going to... I don't really know, really. We'll find out. Well, TDFS Electro used all of his ERS, just trying to keep away from Young there. And look at that run Young has on. He's not even using ERS. Goes the outside through Lacombe. Side by side. Will he get the switch back on him? No, he won't. Oh, Stan was an AOR mix then, fighting. Stan Bowles gets a 3-second time penalty. He did go cut the corner a tad there. Young getting very close to the back of Electro here. Oh, Jack H131 gets even closer to the back of Young. Will they try anything through here? Yeah, look at just the grip levels that Young has over TDFS Electro. Yellow flag for Callum McKenna, I think that is. He's going a little bit slowly. So, yeah. Jack H131 wants this position. Ooh, is Callum? No, Stamped Aussie's round. Has he got that? Yeah, he's got damage. Look at that. He's got no front wing left. That's not going to help him out whatsoever. Oh, it's side by side with AOR Mix and Stan Bubbles there. AOR Mix moving up positions. Is he going to try anything? Is anybody going to try anything? Everybody seems to hold position through the bus stop chicane. It's very tight from 4th down to 9th here. It's a McLaren sandwich with everybody in between. You've got a Williams, a Haas, an AlphaTauri and a Red Bull as your fill-in. Doesn't that taste like just a lovely sandwich? Jack H131 dips up the inside of Young there, although TDFS Electro nor Jack H131 have ERS. Well, Young does, but he's not using it. Left right getting very close to the back of him here. Is he going to try anything? It's side by side into Lacombe. Young just losing loads of positions here. He is on 10 lap old soft, so it's a bit of a shame for him really. TDFS Electro's driving pretty well to keep these positions, but then again he is very, very defensive, and it is coming off on the wrong foot, kind of putting himself in a position where he could get a penalty kind of thing after the race. Jack H131 out of ERS. TDFS Electric does not have that problem. Cutler has left the session. Was he ever in it? What's going on there with him? Jack H131 and Left Rat fighting behind. It's the final lap. Are they going to try as a final lap move into the bus stop? It's a final lap move from Left Rat. Will he keep the inside or will J... Oh, it's 3 wide over the line. It's a photo finish for this lot. as Jack H131, his left right is down. Oh, TDF is Electro. Oh, that was a very good finish for that lot. Oh, it really was a photo finish for them, wasn't it? So your top finishers are PXR Hazard, Nut Juice Solid Number, Young. A solid number gets onto the podium after a tumultuous Spa-Francorchamps race today. He's done very, very well for himself. Good on him. He had a very good race. Very strong showing from him today. Well, that was a very good race today. There was some interesting driving as well as some very good driving today. So, on the whole, it was a success. With 13 finishes, so around about the average. Solid number keeping his third position start, and PXR has they have to give it to him, starting 11th and finishing first with one stop. So here the strategy really played out for him today. Solid number tried to make that strategy work as best as he could, and it worked in his favour. Nut Juice then started on the grid 4th, so he had a pretty good race. Young into 4th position after starting 19th on the grid with a 2-stop strategy. He drove incredibly well today, so well done to him. TDF Electro started 2nd, moved down to 5th. Not very good for him, but it wasn't too bad. It was some good driving. Jack H131, another good runner. Callum McKenna up 9. Well, up a few positions, starting 15th and finishing 9th. So that was pretty good from him. Well, thank you for watching this PXR Tier 2 Spa-Francorchamps race. It was a pretty good one. I'll be seeing you in the next one.